119-97, the Sacramento Kings lose tonight. Last game of the season at home. There's still one game remaining against the Denver Nuggets on the road. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not too happy about it. It's just one of those games where you hate to lose to the Golden State Warriors, plain and simple. There isn't anything that's gonna make me feel better because at the end of the day, you're 95%, 99% really, you're gonna face the Golden State Warriors on April 15th or April 16th. That's just the reality of it. Whether that was intentional for the Kings to sit down, to sit out four of their main dudes, essentially they're saying, well, we want the Warriors. Because in order for them to face the Clippers would have to lose 2 games. And they lose 2 games, they can jeopardize and not make the playoffs.
Okay, he let me do it last time.
You know, get the 7th seed and be in the play-in, which they probably don't want, but you know, if they win one game in the play-in, you face the Grizzlies, which is a better matchup than facing the Suns, in my opinion. Lots of things we got to talk about. I don't like the way the Warriors came in here and just toyed with the Kings tonight. Let's be honest, like they legit toyed with them. They had a ton of turnovers. They didn't really care. They knew they were going to win the game. They were so explosive when they needed to be explosive. They were up by what, 7, 8, 9 points in a matter of a blink. They were up 16, 17. 3 after 3 after 3. They made Dante DiVincenzo look like he was really good, and the reality is he's a good player, but he's not as good as he shot the ball today, in my opinion. Give him credit though. I mean, you still have to make those shots at the end of the day. You still got to make those shots, man. But the moment they sat down, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, Malik Monk, and Kevin Huerter, I thought Malik was playing. The Kings PR didn't give me a head. They didn't give anybody a heads up in terms of if he was playing or not. I mean, I literally uploaded a story of him warming up, looking like he was going to play, and then I tweet out, Davion got to go back to the bench because they need a real point guard out there, and Davion looked like, geez, y'all know how I feel about that. He's just not a point guard. He's not a point guard at this juncture of his career. The point guard of the second unit is Malik Monk. Terrence Davis was god-awful. Don't even get me started on that. Holy cow, that was bad. That was hard to watch. He was a black hole tonight. And for whoever that person a couple shows ago said that TD is as good as Malik, that is crazy. That is crazy, man. I'm sorry. I like it, but that's crazy. There's no way in hell that's true. That's nowhere near close accurate. Because if that was the case, Kings would be better. But TD, man, he's a microwave scorer who has one mode. And if he's not on, he's definitely off. He's a huge negative defensively. He doesn't pass the ball well. He was getting yelled at by Mike Brown. If you want to keep it optimistic, he was being coached after making a big mistake going under the screen. He's been doing this all season long, though. It's nothing new, right? Mike Brown literally spent a whole timeout talking to him about this. Steph Curry was laughing at the Kings when they called a timeout, like 30 seconds into the third quarter. Clay was laughing at everybody when he was hitting threes. I mean, Clay finished the game with 29 points, 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, plus 28. Yeah, they were sloppy, but they didn't really care, man. Andrew Wiggins was on the bench laughing. He's ready to rock and roll. GP, Gary Payton is second, or is he third? Let me see. He's second. GP2, he's an amazing defender. And I was telling Tyson this. He's a better defender than Davion Mitchell. I don't think it's close. I really don't. Gary Payton is just different. His versatility, the fact that he's taller, he's longer. He's actually a really good rim protector for being a guard. Davion is a great defender. He's a great on-ball defender. But the amount of times that we see Gary Payton switch, the switchability is so incredible. He can put any. I mean, this dude can guard up, he can guard down, and he's not even healthy yet. Like, he's barely getting in rhythm. GP is different, man. He's just as good as Davion on the ball, if not better. And then he does all the other things, like his instincts defensively, to be there on time, to take charges, to get chase down blocks. I mean, he's done that for a long time now. The things he does are so invaluable, man. It's crazy. Gary Payton is nice. He is nice. Again, it's not a knock on Davion. It's just Gary's better. Just that simple. It's not rocket science. He's just better. So probably should have moved more towards the baseline, because, well, it's gonna be a lot of noises, but you know, it is what it is. And on top of that, Gary hits shots. He was 2 of 3. Let me see for the season. I mean, he's only played what? He's played 20 games this season. He is shooting 47.8, almost 48% from beyond the arc. It just feels like he hits shots. That's why he's an upgrade. That's why he's a better overall player than Davion right now. He's older, but if anybody wants to deny it, they're lying. He's just a better player, period. So in 20 games, he's shooting 85% from the free throw line, 48% from 3, almost 60% from the field in 16 minutes. I mean, the guy is a good player. He's a good player. There's a reason why the Warriors didn't really care about giving up Wiseman. They understood that Gary was a big part of the championship run last year. They couldn't sign him to that money over the summer, but they ended up getting him in at the deadline. So good move for them. It really stabilizes that second unit for sure, and it gives them that defensive presence that they haven't had all season long. Poole is sporadic as hell. I mean, he might give you a crazy game. He's going to have a really bad game. And tonight he finished with 8 points in 19 minutes. He was 0 of 10 from the field. That's pretty bad. Like, he's a good player, man, but he's a lot like Malik Monk. Like, he's their X factor. If he's on, they're incredibly dangerous. If he's not, then at least Gary stabilizes the fact that he can play defense and lock somebody up if they need to spare Steph some minutes off the bench. But theoretically, Jordan is supposed to, you know, really at least sustain some of the success that their starters are having when he comes off the bench. But it just doesn't seem like that right now. Right, Kuminga in 19 minutes, 15 points, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. I mean, he's nice. I really like Kuminga, his physicality, his athleticism. It seems like the Kings were asking for the Warriors. I think it's not the best matchup, especially in the first. Now, if this was a second round, you got to beat teams, as Mike Brown said before the game. I'm not debating that. But in the first round, when you're a top 3 seed, you know, like, in my eyes, you want the best matchup for you. I don't believe the Warriors are the best matchup for them. I'm not saying the Kings can't beat them. I believe they can beat them, but they really got to lock in. They really got to pay attention to those details that they haven't paid attention to all season long. And I'm talking about those details defensively. Even as simple as going under on the screen. We saw tonight, even Davion, the Warriors run Steph Curry all over the court, double stagger screens after double stagger screens. And it's so hard to keep up with him because the guy doesn't stop moving. Now on the ball, Davion will be fine. Same with De'Aaron. But it's that second, third action. Can they stay locked in? I don't know. I don't know. If I had to bet, I would say no, just because of what I've seen all season long. That offense, so obviously the Kings can play with anybody, but these little things that really make the Warriors great, the Kings are really bad at. Locking in defensively. Yes, they've had success in the fourth, but that's what I talk about when I was trying to say, well, they should avoid the Warriors because of the championship DNA. Now, if y'all think that they're going to be as sloppy as they were tonight, you're completely wrong. Like, they're not going to. They were playing to the level of the competition tonight because they didn't care. They knew the big dogs were on the bench for the Sacramento Kings. So I don't take that into this equation of, oh, who's going to win, who's not going to win. I believe it's going 7, and Game 7 will be at Golden One Center. My thing is, as I've been saying, it'll be a travesty if Golden State fans take over the arena. I mean, tonight, yeah, there were more Kings fans, but the Warrior fans are incredibly loud, man. I'm saying it was a 60-40, maybe even 50-50, probably 60-40 Kings. 60-40 in the playoffs is not home court advantage. I'm sorry. It needs to be 90-10, 90-10 max for it to feel like a home court advantage. And tonight, at best, it was 60-40. At best. So that's tough to swallow, man. Like, this is supposed to be home court. Now, if you get the Clippers, we know Clipper fans don't travel like that. You know, it's dominated by the Lakers over there. But, man, I would love the Clippers instead of the Warriors. But that's just me, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. 119.97. Huge shout out to Medici, Sacramento. It's 10:05. Still a great time to go down there, across the street here from the Golden One Center. Best pizza in Sacramento. No question about it. I'm going to go over there after this. If you guys see me, say what's up, man, because I need to get myself some a cheese pizza because I can't eat meat today. It's Good Friday. But cheese pizza hits the spot every single time. And if you do eat meat today, double pep, birria pizza. You really can't go with any of the pizzas, but, you know, those are my favorites. How is everybody doing? Leo Daddy's. But I can't even get playoff tickets, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, they're too expensive. I wasn't about to pay $700 for 2 tickets. That'd be $1,400. Can I do it? Yeah, but why would I do that? That's stupid. Davion not being able to get buckets is a problem. You mad, bro? PJ Dozier is better playmaker than Davion. I mean, you're not lying, bro. Like for real, like, you are not lying. Wasn't going 0 for 10 again. That's a good point. That's a good point. He probably won't. He probably won't. Warriors are a really bad matchup for the Kings. They're a bad matchup for everybody. Like, if we're being completely honest, they're a bad matchup for everybody. The Warriors go play the Suns, let them duke it out. I'll take the LA team over the Warriors. That's exactly what I've been saying. Because the Warriors and the Suns, theoretically, if everybody was healthy from the beginning of the season, that would be the Western Conference Finals. If they duke it out in the first round, that eliminates one of the better teams in the West. And that's a good thing if you're the Kings, man, especially if you have aspirations to make it far in the playoffs. And I think that's what the Warriors try to avoid by losing some of these games down the stretch. But, you know, are the Clippers comfortable doing a play-in? Because if they lose both games, they'll fall to 7 because then the Lakers will be like, well, I'm just going to, you know, play my guys and win one game, and now we're either the 5th. So if we look at the stand, let me see what the standings are right now. Okay. So the standings as of right now, Man, this Wi-Fi is so trash at this arena. I'm sorry, but it truly is. But if well, obviously the Warriors are fifth right now, and the Clippers have no room to lose twice because the Lakers can just win a game, and then, well, do they have the tiebreaker since they just beat them? Well, no. I mean, never mind. If the Clippers lose twice, that means they'll get 40 losses. The Lakers will win 2 games. That would jump them. And then it'll be Kings-Lakers. Ooh, I would like that. But then so do the Warriors hold a tiebreaker over the Clippers? How do we find that out real fast? But then the Warriors can be like, well, I'll just lose them because they're already up 1 game. More than likely, the Kings are going to face the Warriors. But it'll be telling to see what the Clippers do tomorrow. And then everybody plays on Sunday at the same time, it seems like. How's everybody doing, man? But yes, I agree. Let the Warriors play the Suns. That'll be a legendary first round, though. Like, Warriors Suns is must-watch TV. Like, that series is going 7 if both teams are healthy. It's going to be one of probably the best first-round matchup ever. Like, those 2 teams are really good, and it'll be up and down. The X factor is obviously Aiden because of his size. Warriors don't really have that size besides Looney, but, you know. And then the X factor for these guys is going to be Jordan Poole and see what he does because, again, he's incredibly sporadic. So it'll be fun. I think the NBA probably doesn't want that in the first round. They probably want the conference finals to be that. But, man, can you imagine that? So if the Suns get 6, yeah, essentially it would be Denver and the Suns second round, and then the Warriors, if they get 6, they could face the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. So they can literally go from facing them in the first or facing them in the conference finals. I think we know the answer to what the Warriors want. Like, I highly doubt the Warriors want the Suns in the first round, especially because they don't have the engine revving at all, you know, on high alert right now. Like, the Warriors are going to want to use some of that game experience against the Kings to rev up, in their eyes at least. But if you're the Sacramento Kings, you just gotta gain that experience, honestly. Let's check out what Metu had to say. I think he said he's not scared of anybody.
Look at the Warriors as a potential first-round playoff opponent and potentially other teams that you might face.
Yeah, I mean, they're the defending champs. It's going to be tough to, go in there toe-to-toe, but we're going to go in there and we're going to, attack it head-on. We're not scared of them. We're not scared of anybody, 1 through 8. So, we're just going to go in there. We feel like when we're at full health, we can go in there and beat them. That's what we're going to do.
Well, that's the right mindset to have. You don't want to go in there thinking that you're going to lose the game, but he seemed kind of disappointed, if I'm being honest. I wonder if Mike Brown has already spoken or not, but well, Metu's is up, so I guess we can listen to the full Metu interview.
Ezzy, how hard is it to go up against a team like that? I mean, they've got a lot on the line. You guys don't, and you're being without so many players that you usually depend on.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough. Obviously, defending champs, and they're running like a well-oiled machine, and some obviously a lot of the guys that we played tonight hadn't played in some games, so the rhythm wasn't really there, and it just made it a lot tougher. But I mean, I feel like for a good portion of the game, we went out there as a team and played hard. And obviously, we were trying to win the game. Guys were out there, playing to obviously earn minutes, maybe in the playoffs or whatever. So. It's obviously very tough when you're playing against a team that's that organized, and they've been together for so long.
Odd, and then you guys ended up picking it up, and there were runs back and forth. Like, when things were going well for you guys, what do you feel like you were executing on?
I mean, we were just getting stops. I think that's kind of been our MO all season. When we're getting out running, guys are making shots. It just makes us tougher to guard. And I think that's kind of been our main thing. Obviously tonight it was a lot tougher,
Mike.
like I said. It just made it a lot tougher. We weren't really getting stops like we've been doing all season.
I'm Ezzy. How do you guys look at the Warriors as a potential first-round playoff opponent? And
defensively, we have.
You guys can get to, be it offensively, defensively, as the playoffs begin here in about a week?
Yeah, I think defensively we have a lot of multiple levels that we can still climb to, and I think once the playoffs start, we're going to we're going to be locked in and ready to get the job done. I think when it's come down to it, a lot of times this season.
How can you say you're going to be locked in the playoffs? That don't even make sense. One, because the Kings have never been there. Now, the Warriors are saying that, and I've seen them do it the last 7 years. I'm like, okay, they'll probably turn it on in the playoffs, but for him to say that about the Kings who haven't been there, that's just stupid. I'm sorry. That's stupid, because you're supposed to show your best every single night. I mean, that's how you gain momentum going into the playoffs for a team that's never been in the playoffs in such a long time.
We've collectively as a group, everybody stepped up on big moments defensively for us. So, I've been to the playoffs. I've been on the roster that went to the playoffs, so I kind of know what to expect.
Oh, yeah. Call cap on that. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. I'm sorry. I like Metu, but you don't know what to expect. Let's call cap on that. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. Why do they keep showing April 6th? That's crazy. But yes, the ending of the season is going to be, well, let's talk about the Mavericks. So they beat the Kings, and then they just gave up. And you're just like, wow, that's crazy. So now we got 7, 8, 9, and 10. Who will finish 7th? Who will finish 8th? And who's going to get that first home game? It's going to be very important just to see what happens there. The Lakers, the Pelicans, the Clippers, the Warriors. Wow. I am very intrigued to see what happens. Are teams looking at Memphis the same way looking at the Kings? Probably. Although Memphis is really good defensively. They are really good defensively. So we'll see what happens, man. Honestly, I don't know. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, without question.
The two LEDs are.
It will be a fun time. I wonder if the game clips are up yet. Okay, they are up. Perfect. I actually wanted to show some of the stuff that Clay was doing. Let's see. Some of the three-pointers. This internet is so bad, bro. Let's see. some of this miscues defensively, and according to Metu, I guess they're gonna lock in magically, like they've done all year. That's crazy, bro. For him to say that. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So this is what, second possession of the game. You get a little pump fake there. Oh my God. What is going on? Okay. Let's see. You missed it. I mean, yeah. It's just. Let me see. So Keegan contests, a good contest. Alex Len just loses containment. Like, you can't. Like, this can't happen in any way, shape, or form. It does happen. He moves him out. Now you're out of position. Now you're scrambling. This is really on Alex Len here. That happens. And bam. The Warriors will make you pay. The Warriors will make you pay. So, let's see this other one. God, man, this internet is so bad. This internet is so bad. Pissed me off. Took the Mavs today knowing it was a must win, and they said everybody. That's just crazy, bro. Like, they ended up screwing up the Kings, really. And then just to do what they did today, like, that was dumb. Eganson is the less athletic Dennis Smith Jr. I hope not, man. For the betterment of this organization, I hope not. Like, they need him to be better than Dennis Smith Jr. God.